Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about the upcoming episode of Unfortunate Love was how Lakshmi finally left the Oberoi's house. That was the third time that Lakshmi will be leaving the house. But this time around, she left the house in the night so that nobody will see her and stop her. But Malishka saw her while she was leaving, and Malishka was happy and she let her leave the house. And the next day, Malishka refused to tell everyone that Lakshmi has left the house. So let's continue from there. After Lakshmi leaves the Oberoi's house after her marriage with Vikrant failed, Lakshmi recalls Rishi and her conversation. Shalu asks Lakshmi to have food. Lakshmi asks, "Did you say something?" Ranu says she asked you to have food, and she asks, "What is in your mind?" Lakshmi says, "I was thinking to go for a job interview on time, else I might get late." Shalu and Bani ask Lakshmi to have food before going for the job interview. Lakshmi says, "I will go and come back fast." Bani says at least she should have curd and sugar. Ranu says let her go, and she asks them to sit while Lakshmi leaves. She asks them what does Lakshmi mean that she wants to start a new life, but Shalu and Bani says they don't know. Ranu asks that what does Lakshmi wants to say, and she thinks that I would have asked her, but she has left. Shalu says, "I feel that my sister wants to break her relationship with brother-in-law and with his family." Bani says our sister wants to live her life with us, like she used to live with us before her marriage. Ranu asks if Lakshmi will not get married, and if she will sit on her head, and she get upset. Kiran thinks that why has no drama happened yet after Lakshmi left the house without letting anybody know. She thinks if everyone accepted that Lakshmi is gone. Malishka comes there. Kiran asks Malishka if anyone knows that Lakshmi has left. Malishka says she did not tell anyone. Kiran says to Malishka that when everyone comes to know that you had talked to Lakshmi when she left, then what will you say? What if when Rishi asks you? Malishka says I will say that it was Lakshmi's decision. So what could I have done? Kiran says Rishi would ask you why did you hide it from him? Malishka says she knows how to reply Rishi well, and she asks Kiran not to give her stress. Kiran says to Malishka that I just want Rishi and your marriage to happen without any hurdles. Malishka says Rishi and I would marry, even you will see it. Grandma asks Mukesh if he saw Lakshmi. Mukesh says no. He says he has found this letter in Grandma's room while he was cleaning, and that is why he brought it for her. Grandma opens the letter and finds out that it is Lakshmi's letter. Lakshmi writes that Grandma sorry, I am leaving the house again, even though you have stopped me. She says I am taking my respect and my pride from you, and I am not going empty-handed. She writes that she has found her father, her mother like Neelam, and says she couldn't make a place in Neelam's heart, but she still considers her to be her mother. Lakshmi writes that she has found her sisters in Ahana, Sonia and Devika, and that she always respected Karishma and others. She writes that what to say, Ayush has always been with her, and that Rishi and Ayush have always shielded her. She writes asking them not to ask her to return to the house, and she ends the letter, and Grandma cries calling Rishi. Lakshmi comes to the jewelry store where she had worked before. The sales girl identifies her and says, "Lakshmi, you are here." Lakshmi says she has come to search for a job for herself. The sales girl asks her to look at the lady sitting there and says her life is in our control after her divorce, and she tells Lakshmi that the lady is Suman and she got the job here. Neelam and Karishma comes to Grandma. Neelam asks what happened. Why are you calling Rishi? Grandma shows her the letter that Lakshmi wrote. Neelam reads the letter and gets happy, saying that Lakshmi left the house. Malishka comes there with Kiran and asks that what happened. Kiran says this house trouble and inauspicious effect has gone. Grandma asks Karishma that what nonsense are you saying? Karishma asks her to concentrate on the family now and stop worrying for Lakshmi. Kiran asks if Lakshmi went with the intention to return later. Neelam says since Lakshmi left on her own, then I will not let her return into this house again. Ayush and Rishi comes there. Ayush asks what happened. Grandma says Lakshmi has gone from home. Rishi acted to be shocked and asks what? Malishka says Grandma said that Lakshmi has left home. Rishi says Lakshmi cannot do this. Ayush says someone might have forced Lakshmi to leave. Karishma asks Rishi to read Lakshmi's letter. Rishi tears the letter and says let Lakshmi come downstairs. I will scold her so much for playing this prank. Malishka says to Rishi that Lakshmi will not return. Rishi says Lakshmi has to come back and says I will go and bring her back. Neelam asks Rishi to stop and says Lakshmi will not come back into this house again and I will not let her come back. The sales girl tells Suman that their old employee has returned and that is why they cannot give her the job because they will give the job back to Lakshmi. Lakshmi asks the sales girl to give the job back to Suman and says she doesn't want to take anybody's job. Suman tells Lakshmi that her husband met with an accident and that is why she needs a job. Darshan's employee comes there and Lakshmi greets him. She asks, "How is Darshan, sir?" He says he is not here now. Lakshmi says, "I will leave," but the sales girl stops her. Suman introduces herself to Lakshmi and says she has come from Chennai. The guy says you don't need to give interview to Lakshmi and says the job is for Lakshmi already. The sales girl tells the employee that Lakshmi has given her job to Suman, and the girl tells Lakshmi that they need a good employee like Lakshmi, so Lakshmi should take back her job. Lakshmi asks the employee not to give Suman's job to her and says Suman needs the job more than me. The guy says he will make a new vacancy for Lakshmi because they always wanted a talented employee like Lakshmi. Suman thanks Lakshmi. Lakshmi says if you get the job, then it is in your destiny, and if you don't get it, then it is not in your destiny, and the sales girl, Renu, goes back to her work. Neelam asks Rishi to let Lakshmi go and says Lakshmi went away with her wish. She says, "I have always kept patient and I did whatever you said," and says now I cannot have any more patience, and says Lakshmi did right by leaving the house because this house and family are not for Lakshmi. Rishi says Lakshmi is always part of this house and this family and says this house and family belongs to Lakshmi and Lakshmi is part of our family. Malishka asks Rishi that how is Lakshmi part of our family? She says Lakshmi is not your wife. Grandma says Lakshmi is the daughter of the house. Malishka says, will you call anyone as the family's daughter? Grandma says Lakshmi was Rishi's wife before and that means that Lakshmi is not a stranger and she is the daughter of the house. Ranu thinks that I don't know why Lakshmi is here. I don't know if Lakshmi is the sin of witchbirth. She says I don't know when I will get rid of her and she thinks that nobody is calling Lakshmi or they did not come to take Lakshmi back to the Oberoi's house. She asks Shalu to give her water to cool down her head and Shalu gives her water. Ranu asks Shalu that did you get anyone's call? Shalu says no and asks whose call. Ranu says Rishi or his family member and Shalu says brother-in-law did not call till now. Neelam asks Grandma to think that she has done Lakshmi's farewell ceremony and she asks her to forget Lakshmi. Rishi says Lakshmi's farewell haven't happened from here and Lakshmi will return to this house. Karishma says to Rishi that you have stopped Lakshmi's marriage with Vikrant, else Lakshmi would have married Vikrant and lived from here by now. Rishi says, "Aunt, I did not expect this from you." Malishka says whatever Rishi says, but Lakshmi will not return here. Ayush asks why. Malishka says this house is mine too, and Ayush tells Rishi that Lakshmi went away from the house because of Malishka and everyone is shocked. Rishi says to Malishka that if I find out that Lakshmi has left this house because of you, then see what I will do to you. Malishka says what rubbish. She says Lakshmi did not leave the house because of me. Rishi says if you are not the reason, then someone else might be responsible and he will find out soon. Bani asks Ranu what to make. Ranu asks, did you get anyone's call? Bani asks, the Prime Minister's call. Shalu says Aunt is asking if we get Rishi or his family's phone call. Ranu says she wants Lakshmi to go away from here. Lakshmi says she wants brother-in-law and her sister to get married again. Ranu says to Shalu and Bani that if Lakshmi goes back to the Oberai's house, then Lakshmi doesn't have to do job. And if she stays here, then she have to do job for you both. Bani asks if Ranu wants to send Lakshmi away for money. Ranu says I am saying this for Lakshmi's happiness, else Lakshmi will not live in peace here. Rishi asks Neelam to let him go to take Lakshmi back and says it is fine now. He asks Neelam not to stop him and also he will not let Lakshmi stop him and he will bring Lakshmi back here somehow. Shalu says to Ranu that if you call the Oberoi family and ask them to keep Lakshmi in their house, then something can happen to Lakshmi, but Ranu says she doesn't care. Ranu says to Shalu and Bani that you both wants to shoot, keeping the gun on my shoulder. She says the Oberoi would think that I am greedy to throw Lakshmi out. Bani says it is true that you maltreat us. Ranu says she will cut her tongue. She asks them to wake her up if someone calls to take Lakshmi back and says I can shoot my sleep for that. Shalu says to Bani that everyone must have known by now that our sister is not there. Bani asks if they have accepted that Lakshmi doesn't want to go because Lakshmi has written a letter. Rishi is on the way to Lakshmi's house and Lakshmi is going back to her house from the jewelry store where she just got a job. Rishi thinks that he loves Lakshmi a lot and he thinks that it is his mistake that Lakshmi went away from him and he is getting married to Malishka. Lakshmi thinks to take ice cream for everyone because she got a job, and she and Rishi passes beside each other, but they couldn't see each other as their car and auto go side by side. Lakshmi hopes that Rishi should stay happy always, while Rishi thinks that he would take Lakshmi back to the house at any cost. Okay guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a like, and please don't forget that this is actually an upcoming episode, which means that this happened after Lakshmi left the house the third time. So I just thought to clear that so that you guys will not be having any misunderstanding. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a like, share it, and don't forget to check the comment section for the link to the next episode once it is available. I will see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.